Well, happy Saturday, folks. It's the real Captain Kirk here. It's the 23rd of March. Again, we're live from a very soggy One Bethlehem Plaza here in downtown Bethlehem. Again, a big nor'easter type storm coming up the East Coast with 1, 2, 3 inches of rain here for us and heavy snow up there in New England, the higher elevation, and frigid in the Midwest. Again, single digits, zeros, teens, below zero there in Canada. So, again, a very cold weekend here for sure for at least us in the East. Looking at drought here again, obviously we're continuing the wet theme here. It's only about 44% of the country is in dry to drought phases. That's 8% less than last year, 4% below average. So on the wet side, least in 4 years. So making big improvement even there in Iowa, where there's still some lingering, pretty extreme drought. But again, that's going to make big improvements here. It has been making improvements, and that couple weeks pretty wet again. So look for that to improve. Looking at we had about 20 tornadoes, 23 hail events, 27 wind events here this past week since last week. Still least in 3 years for tornadoes, but again had some deadly ones again go through the Ohio Valley. Hail the most in 7 years, and wind, while a little less than last year, still above average. So we'll be adding to this in the weeks and months ahead here with a very active spring severe season. Look at last week, world summer here ending today, 23 March. Here in the U.S., while 3.3 warmer than last year, was still 18th coldest in 39 years, so below average temperatures for the U.S. overall. 68% wetter than last year, 9th wettest in 39 years, so above average there. And heavy snow, 74% more than last year, most in 11 years, 8th most in 39 years. So cool, wet, snowy kind of the theme for the U.S. overall is not good for retail spring seasonal sales. Canada, again, a hair warmer than last year, but again, still 15th coldest below average, very wet. China, again, kind of the warmer, drier spot. And Brazil, well, very, very hot, warm for this time of year, very wet, wettest in 11 years. So they'll take all that moisture, certainly needed, and that theme will continue across Brazil. Looking at this week here, week ending, the last full week of March here, week ending the 30th week prior Easter. A little bit warmer, 0.9 warmer than last year, 16th coldest in 39 years, so still a below average week for the U.S. overall with a moderating trend as we go toward the Easter weekend. 16% more snow than last year, most in 15 years, second most in 39 years. So again, continuing the very heavy, got another system heading for the upper plains, Midwest, upper Midwest, and maybe even New England. 18% wetter than last year, wettest in 3 years, 13th wettest in 39. So cool, wet, snowy. Again, not a ideal theme for the week prior to Easter for retail seasonal sales. We look at the 6-day snowfall trends here again here today. Get the big storm wet for us, but just north up in New England. Again, very, very heavy snow, 8 to 18 inches of snow. And you can see that second system already starting to form in the plains, upper Midwest. In fact, the Minnesota area is going to have more snow in 1 week than they've had all winter long. So again, a good 18-inch plus total from 2 systems. Again, you can see that system here, very heavy snow on Monday, and then Tuesday lingering. Wednesday, things starting to wind down Thursday. And so we aggregate these 6-day trends here, 73% more than last year, 191% above average, number one most snow in 39 years for this last week of March. So again, 37% of the U.S. population will have some snow. Again, very heavy snow again for the highest elevations of the Rocky Mountains. So again, chart just puts it in perspective here. Again, had a snowy week ending March last year, but this is again pretty much off the scale. Number one most in 39 years. Again, next week here, getting into April, so the week of Easter and going into 6 April. 0.8 warmer than last year, warmest in 7, 11th warmest in 39 years, above average. 84% less snow, least in 3 years, 6th least in 39 years. And rainfall also down. 33% driest in 3 years, 19th driest in 39 years. Still got to watch the southeast from Texas to the, again, Georgia areas, Tennessee. Certainly could have some severe weather activity. So again, got to watch it this time of year with, again, potentially a very active tornadic season. We just aggregate these 2-week world trends here, week 24 March through 6 April. Again, you see the moderating trends across North America. So getting warm there in Alaska, warming up in the east. Europe, again, very warm in the eastern part of Europe. Precip map is inset left. And if we just look at these precip trends here, we see that, again, very, very wet across pretty much North America, South America, Brazil. Again, most of Brazil, at least 5 inches of rain here the next 2 weeks. So they'll take it as they're putting in their second crops going in the ground down there. So again, good news for them. So that, folks, we hope you have a great week, and we will be back here again this time next week.